What's up, everyone? Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully your business is doing well. And hopefully what I'm about to say will help bring some value to your business and help you guys get to where you want to go. Now, what I'm going to be talking about today is the differences between a website built on the Google Business Profile Manager and a website built outside of the Profile Manager, and why it's important to have both. Even if you buy a domain on Google and you connect to this site, it's important to have two of those properties, and I'm about to explain why. Now, if you don't have one of these listings yet, you should get one. I have a video on how to, or a series of videos on how to set this up. If you follow the link below, you should have access to it. Now, I talk to a lot of people. I do SEO, I do website builds, and a lot of prospects will tell me, "Oh yeah, I have a website out there already, and it's not really getting calls." And what they're basically saying to me, a lot of, not every time, but a lot of times, is that they've set up their free listing, they set up a website here, and it's not showing up because they're in a super competitive area, and this is limited. What you can do with this is limited. It is not going to be enough for you to show up at the top of the search results if you are in a competitive area. Now, if you're not in a competitive area, you can easily rank number one with this website here. I've seen it happen before in smaller locations where there's just a few competitors. It's possible. It's very possible. And even if you're not in such a small area and the competition around you is not so advanced as far as an SEO, you might be able to get away with this Google website. But one downside to this is if your listing gets taken down, this goes down also. I hear that story all the time. Like, oh man, my listing and my website got taken down. I don't know what to do. Well, this is why you also build another site outside of Google's platform, where if Google one day decided to just take down everyone's listing, not saying that would happen, but if they decided to, you still would have your website outside of it that is there. So this is something very important to keep in mind. Also, both of these two websites rank on their own. So what I mean by rank is they show up in the search results on their own. Let me give you an example. So here's a quick example of what I'm talking about. So this is the listing that we just saw. This listing right here. It's on the number 2 spot here, and here's the website. This is the separate website that we saw here. So you have basically two different things on the first page, where if, let's say, this listing got taken down, the website would still be here, still getting calls. So this is one reason to utilize two properties, as if one goes down, the other can still be there, and vice versa. Let's say for some reason the domain on your website expired, but your listing, your Google listing, was at the top, and people can still call it. So that way you still have something there. That's the main thing that I want to get across in this video. Is it's important to not put all your eggs in one basket. So not just trust Google with your listing and with your website. If Google decides to take that down, you can still have control of your online presence by having your own website, which you can actually optimize a lot more. You can add more pages, you can do a lot more crazy things with a website that you can't do with that listing. You're kind of limited. And this is when you have your own website built on Wix or on Weebly or WordPress or any of these other website builders, you can really optimize it as much as you want. You can put as much text on here as you want, put as much pictures on here, videos, whatever you want. So that's something important to keep in mind, is that you have more freedom with your own website. And yeah, that's the main thing I wanted to cover. This is obviously a very basic site, but it's just an example because it has a listing. This company has a listing and has a website also. So this is something to keep in mind, y'all. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to talk to you and see what we can do. At the very least, I like to always give people a breakdown of what needs to be done if you need help with SEO, and if you want to do that on your own, you're more than welcome to. So I hope this was helpful, and look forward to sharing some more information with you all.